everyone. Ready for another deep dive. Today, we're looking into Charlie, this multi-millionaire YouTuber.
That's Charlie.
And how he built this whole empire.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Charlie is actually an introvert.
Really?
So it just goes to show you don't need to be some big, extroverted influencer type of personality to make it big on YouTube.
That's interesting.
So we're going beyond those get-rich-quick schemes you see everywhere and really getting into like the real strategies, the actual financials, the mindset.
Mindset. That's so important.
Behind his success. So
I'm excited to hear about this.
What can we learn from Charlie's journey? Whether you're like a budding entrepreneur or just fascinated by like the online business world.
Absolutely.
So to start, I think it's wild that this guy is a self-proclaimed introvert. And he built this multi-million-dollar YouTube business.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I think it's so cool that you don't have to fit this like stereotype, you know?
Oh, I totally agree.
To be successful online.
It really challenges those assumptions, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. So, like, what were those early days like for him?
You know, it's funny because you see the success now.
Right.
But it wasn't an overnight thing.
I bet.
It really embodies that whole idea that overnight successes take years in the making. Like, Charlie spent months creating content without earning a dime.
Oh, wow.
But he was persistent.
That's incredible.
He had faith in his vision, and that's what kept him going.
Yeah, that seems to be like the recurring theme with all these success stories we cover, right?
Yeah, persistence is key.
Persistence. So what was like the turning point? When did things actually start working?
So he had this moment where he earned $750 in a single day.
What?
From AdSense.
Oh, wow.
And it was like everything changed for him after that.
I bet.
Validation of his efforts, like a sign that he was on the right path.
That's like proof of concept almost.
Exactly. And it just fueled his motivation even more.
That's so cool. So then he outlines his YouTube formula for success, and there are 5 key strategies.
Oh, yeah.
One that really stuck with me was the evergreen SEO content.
Yeah, that's a big one.
What is that exactly, and why is it so effective?
Okay, so evergreen SEO basically means you're making videos that people are going to be searching for no matter what's trendy, right?
I see.
It's about meeting your audience's needs with information that stays relevant over time. So, for example, let's say you're into gardening. Instead of doing a video about, like, the hottest new plant.
Oh, right.
You might make a guide to basic gardening. Or, like, how to identify plant diseases, right?
That makes sense.
These topics are always going to be relevant. So you keep getting those views over time.
It's like long-term content, right?
Exactly. Long-term views.
But he doesn't just focus on evergreen stuff, right?
No, not at all.
He uses trending topics, too.
Oh, yeah. He's great at capitalizing on those trends.
Right.
Like right now it might be cryptocurrency.
Or
like the stock market or all those popular side hustles. So he taps into that larger audience.
Makes sense.
Who are already searching for that stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to have that balance.
I see.
Trends bring quick views, but you need that foundation of evergreen content to grow consistently.
Right. Like a good mix of both.
Exactly.
And then he's really good at, those curiosity-driven titles.
Oh, tell me about it.
Like, I remember that one. 10 sources of income, $100 care a month.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't click on that?
That's a classic example, right?
Yeah.
He knows how to grab attention. The title's Your One Chance to Stand Out.
Oh, yeah.
Amidst all the noise on YouTube.
True.
And he taps into that curiosity we all have.
Yeah.
Especially about money and success.
Of course.
He makes his videos impossible to resist.
It's like a hook.
It is. It's a total hook.
But beyond just the titles, he's also really big on storytelling.
Yes.
And good production quality.
He gets it. You can't just slap something together anymore.
Right.
Viewers want quality.
Yeah.
They could spot a bad video a mile away.
Exactly.
So Charlie invests in making his videos visually engaging. He makes them interesting.
Yeah.
He wants people to watch, to subscribe.
Of course.
And that only comes from consistently good content.
Look, it's got to be professional, right?
Totally.
Can't look like some home movie.
It's like the difference between a blockbuster and a home video,
Exactly.
Production value matters.
And then the last thing he always talks about is this need to test, analyze, and adapt constantly.
That's so important.
Because YouTube, it's always changing.
Constantly changing.
You got to stay ahead of the game.
You can't just rest on your laurels, right?
No, not at all.
He experiments, analyzes the data, and changes his approach accordingly. That's how he keeps succeeding. He's adaptable.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's about continuous improvement.
Oh, absolutely.
Never stop learning, never stop growing.
And that's what's so interesting is that, one of his most popular videos was just him
I remember that one.
Sharing his income streams. Yeah. Why do you think that blew up?
I think it's because people are fascinated by money, by other people's financial journeys.
It's that relatability, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially when it's someone who's made it big.
Oh, for sure.
It's like we get to peek behind the curtain and see how someone just like us made it happen.
Right.
It makes success seem more attainable, doesn't it?
And to think he built all this with a 26-person team.
Ooh, 26 people.
Yeah, managing content across all his channels.
That's impressive.
How does he even manage to scale something like that?
Well, it's not just about the content.
Okay.
It's his entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
He knows how to scale things up, to systematize everything, and he's built this amazing team to handle the growing workload.
It's like a well-oiled machine.
It is.
And speaking of handling things, Charlie's very tech-savvy.
Oh, yeah, he loves his tools.
Using ClickUp, Frame.io, Slack, Hubstaff.
All the good ones.
Can you give us a quick rundown of what those are all about?
Okay, so ClickUp.
Yeah.
That's for planning and managing his content schedule.
Oh, I see.
Making sure those high-quality videos keep coming out consistently. Frame.io, that's for streamlining his video editing.
Okay.
The whole team can collaborate and give feedback.
Nice.
Slack's like their communication hub.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping everyone connected.
Right.
And then Hubstaff helps him track time and productivity.
Oh, so everyone stays on track.
Yeah, make sure everyone's working efficiently.
It's like he's really optimized everything with all this tech. Does he use any AI tools, you think?
You bet. Especially for those short-form videos.
Oh, interesting.
He uses stuff like Submagic, Descript, and Opus.
I haven't heard of those.
They help automate things like transcription, editing, even repurposing content.
Oh, wow.
Saves a ton of time and resources.
Well, he's really on the cutting edge.
He is. He's ahead of the curve.
Of all this AI stuff. But let's talk money.
Yeah, let's talk numbers.
Running this big business must cost a fortune, right?
Oh, it does.
I bet.
His business costs, get this, $225,000 per month to operate.
That's insane.
That includes salaries for the whole team, software subscriptions, production, everything.
Wow. So with all that cost, how is he still making bank?
Well, he's really smart about how he hires.
Okay.
Instead of hiring locally, he set up his own staffing company that finds skilled people overseas.
Oh, wow.
So he gets amazing talent at a lower cost.
That's so smart.
Which really boosts his profits.
It's like a win-win, right?
It is.
Opportunities for talented folks.
Yeah.
And he saves money.
It's all about strategy. Finding that balance between talent and cost.
So smart.
That's a big part of his success.
Yeah, it's impressive. But despite all the success, he's super generous with advice.
Oh, yeah. He loves to share.
And one thing he always says is surround yourself.
Yeah, that's huge.
With successful people. Why do you think that's so important?
It's all about your environment, right?
Uh-huh.
The people you spend time with shape your mindset, and that directly affects your success.
Makes sense.
When you're around successful people, you get exposed to new ideas.
Oh, for sure.
Different perspectives, new opportunities even.
It's like that saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Exactly. So choose those people wisely.
Right. So surround yourself with ambitious folks.
Yes.
And it can really have an impact on your own goals.
Absolutely. It's like a built-in support system and a constant source of motivation.
Like a team effort.
It is a team effort for success.
So it's not just about being solo in this whole journey.
Not at all.
It's about building that network.
And speaking of important advice, he's really big on mastering a specific skill.
That's so important nowadays.
Oh, it's crucial.
It's not enough to be like a jack of all trades anymore.
Not at all.
You gotta be a master of one.
You need that specialized knowledge to stand out. Whether it's content creation, marketing, coding, whatever you're passionate about.
It's your unique selling point.
It is. It's what makes you valuable.
So he's all about going deep, not wide.
Exactly. Become an expert in your field.
But what about starting a new venture? Does he say just dive right in?
He's all about taking action.
Okay.
But he also believes in starting small.
Oh, okay.
Scaling gradually. You don't need to have everything figured out from day one.
That's reassuring, actually.
It is. Take those first steps.
Yeah.
Learn as you go. build that momentum.
I like that approach.
It's much more sustainable.
And then you can kind of figure things out as you go.
You got it.
Just like dip your toes in the water before jumping in the deep end.
Exactly. Test the waters first.
Starting anything new can feel so overwhelming, though.
It can be scary.
How does he deal with those doubts?
He has this saying.
Okay.
Don't sit on ideas for too long.
Hmm.
Pick one, execute it, and adjust as you go.
I like that.
Don't overthink it.
Right.
Just take the leap.
Take that leap.
Trust that you'll figure it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Along the way.
Okay, so now I'm curious about Charlie's daily life.
Yeah, what's his routine like?
I mean, he's a multimillionaire YouTuber.
Oh, I know, right?
Is he just like sleeping in and relaxing all day?
Oh, no.
I didn't think so.
He's up early. He prioritizes his health, works out, and then he dedicates like 30 to 50 hours a week to his businesses.
So he's still hustling.
Yeah, he's definitely working.
That's a lot of time.
He's found that balance, though, between enjoying his success and staying actively involved.
That's good.
In his work.
So what does he do during all those hours?
Well, he's always brainstorming new content ideas, analyzing data, refining his strategies. He's very hands-on with managing his team.
Oh, wow.
Making sure everything's running smoothly.
That's a lot to juggle. Does he take any breaks?
He does. He knows it's important to recharge. He schedules breaks throughout the day, whether it's a quick walk, a healthy lunch, or just a few minutes to disconnect and clear his head.
Yeah, preventing burnout's important.
It is. It's crucial.
And he makes time for his family too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
He does. He's a big car enthusiast.
Oh, yeah. I remember reading about that.
He's got a Range Rover, a Ferrari, and a Sprinter van.
Whoa.
Which he actually bought as a tax write-off.
That's amazing.
Pretty clever, right?
He's working the system.
He is.
But beyond all the material stuff, what's his overall outlook on life?
He's all about balance, finding fulfillment in all areas of your life.
Oh, I see.
Not just work.
And I think that's something we can all learn from.
Absolutely.
It's about finding that harmony between success and personal well-being.
You got it. Success is more than just work.
Exactly.
It's about living a fulfilling life.
So what are some of the key takeaways we can learn from Charlie's daily routine?
Well, it's about finding a routine that works for you.
Oh.
Whether you're an early bird or a night owl.
Right.
Figure out your own rhythms. Create a schedule that helps you thrive.
Okay.
But be flexible too.
Oh, right.
Life throws curveballs.
Yeah, it does.
You got to be able to adjust.
So it's about that structure, but also that flexibility to be able to adapt.
Absolutely.
And ultimately, I think the biggest thing is that success isn't just about working hard.
No.
It's about working smart.
It is.
And taking care of yourself.
You got it. Your well-being is essential.
So with that in mind, I think it's time to move on to something I'm really fascinated by.
Okay, what's that?
Charlie's financial strategy.
Oh, yes. The money talk.
Yeah. Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Because I think it's easy to get caught up in, the revenue, the big numbers.
For sure.
But what's really important is how he manages it all.
The strategies behind it.
Exactly. So let's break down those monthly expenses.
Okay, let's do it.
He's spending $225,000.
$250,000 every month.
Every month.
It's mind-blowing.
I know, and a big chunk of that
has
got to be salaries.
Oh, absolutely.
For his 26-person team.
It's a big team.
Yeah, he's built this whole infrastructure to support everything.
But how does he keep those costs in check while still getting top talent?
That's the key. Right. Well, remember how he mentioned sourcing talent overseas?
Oh, right, with his staffing company.
Exactly. That's a big part of it.
Oh, smart.
He gets access to skilled professionals at a much lower cost.
That's brilliant.
Without compromising quality.
Makes total sense. But I'm guessing it's not just salaries?
Oh, no, there's more.
That make up those expenses.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more.
What else is he spending on?
Well, think about all the software and tech he uses.
Oh, right.
Like we talked about, ClickUp, Frame.io, Slack, Hubstaff. Those subscriptions add up.
I bet.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I was just thinking that. There's probably a ton of other software we haven't even mentioned.
You know it. And then there's production costs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Making high-quality videos isn't cheap.
It's not like you just grab your phone and film anymore.
No way. You need good equipment,
Yeah.
editing software, maybe even studio space.
And as your channel grows, those costs probably go up too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to keep up in your game.
Just stay competitive.
To stay ahead.
So it's an investment.
It is a constant investment.
And better quality content.
And then on top of all that, you've got marketing costs.
Oh, right.
Legal fees, accounting, all those fun things.
It's a whole operation.
It is. It's a full-fledged business.
So it's impressive that he manages.
It really is.
To balance all these costs with those profit margins.
He's got a knack for it.
It's not just about spending money.
No, it's about spending it wisely.
It's about that return on investment.
And that's where his hiring strategy comes in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And his focus on technology.
So he's built this lean, efficient machine.
Maximizing output without breaking the bank.
That's the dream.
It is. And he's always analyzing the data, making adjustments, experimenting.
You got to stay flexible.
You got to be willing to adapt, to pivot.
To pivot, exactly. So what can our listeners take away from all this?
Well, the biggest thing is this. Your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Oh, yeah.
You got to treat it like one.
I think people forget that sometimes.
They do.
They think it's just about the content.
Yeah, but there's so much more to it.
But there's a whole business side.
You got to manage your finances, make smart decisions for long-term growth.
And be willing to constantly learn and adapt.
Oh, absolutely.
And seek help when you need it, right?
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, like mentors, financial advisors.
Build a strong team around you. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about making a quick buck.
No, it's about building something sustainable.
Exactly. Something that lets you pursue your passion while also achieving that financial security.
Yeah, balance, right.
The sweet spot between creative fulfillment and financial stability.
Okay, so now I'm curious about what a typical day...
Oh, a day in the life.
looks like for Charlie.
Yeah.
We've talked about how dedicated he is.
He's a hard worker.
But how does he structure his day? How does he manage his time?
It's all about routine, you know?
Okay, so walk us through it.
So he's up early.
Okay.
Like 6 a.m. early.
Wow, that's early.
He likes those quiet morning hours.
Makes sense.
And he always starts with a workout.
Oh. So he prioritizes his health.
Physical health is key for mental clarity.
Oh, absolutely.
It sets the tone for the day.
I like that. It's like a ritual.
It is a healthy ritual.
And it shows that even successful people make time for that.
They know it's important.
Okay, so workout, then what?
Healthy breakfast.
Of course.
And then he dives into work.
Okay, how many hours a day?
It varies. But on average, it's like 30 to 50 hours a week.
Wow, that's still a lot.
He's committed, that's for sure.
But does he, like, plan out his day?
He's a big fan of time blocking.
Oh, what's that?
He assigns specific time slots.
Oh, I see.
For different tasks.
So it's like a schedule.
It is. It keeps him focused.
Keeps those distractions away.
Exactly. But he's not rigid about it.
Okay.
He knows things come up. So he's adaptable.
Got to be flexible.
Got to be able to go with the flow.
So during those work hours,
yeah,
what's he actually doing?
It depends on the day.
Oh.
Some days it's content creation, brainstorming, writing scripts, filming.
The creative stuff.
Exactly. Other days it's more analytical.
Okay.
Looking at data, marketing, managing the team.
So many different hats.
He wears them all.
It's like he's the conductor.
He is, orchestrating everything.
Of this whole operation.
But even with all that, he knows when to take a break.
Oh, good.
He schedules breaks throughout the day.
That's important.
A quick walk, a healthy lunch, even just a few minutes to disconnect.
To recharge.
To come back refreshed.
That prevents burnout, right?
Absolutely. And he makes time for his family.
Of course.
For his hobbies, like those cars he loves.
The Range Rover, the Ferrari.
You know it.
Yeah.
So it's all about balance.
Balance, yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
And take care of yourself.
Exactly. You can't pour from an empty cup.
So what are some key things we can take away from his routine?
Well, the first thing is find a routine that works for you.
Oh, right. Not everyone's the same.
Exactly. Right. Some people thrive in the morning. Others are night owls.
Yeah.
It's about what makes you the most productive.
I see.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Until you find what works best.
And structure is good.
Right. Structure is great.
But so is flexibility.
Oh, yeah. You got to be adaptable.
It's like Charlie.
Like Charlie. Life's unpredictable.
It throws you curveballs.
You got to roll with the punches.
So plan your day, but be ready to adjust.
Exactly. And most importantly, work smart, not just hard.
Okay.
Take care of your well-being.
So it's the foundation of everything.
Because what good is success if you're burned out?
Exactly. You got to enjoy the journey.
So now I'm really curious about the advice Charlie gives.
Oh, he's got a lot of wisdom to share.
I bet. What are some of the things?
Well, one thing he always emphasizes
Yeah.
is surrounding yourself with the right people.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that.
It's so important. It bears repeating.
Find your tribe.
Find your tribe. Find your mentors.
Mentors are key.
Oh, yeah. They can guide you, support you.
It's like having a roadmap.
It is. And he also talks about being selective.
About who you let in.
About who you let into your inner circle.
Yeah, that's a good point, I think.
You got to protect your energy.
Sometimes you got to say no.
Sometimes you got to say no.
To certain people.
To those who drain you.
Yeah. Those energy vampires.
Exactly. So go to industry events.
Oh, yeah. Network.
Join online communities.
Find those mentors.
Put yourself out there.
And be proactive. Be proactive. But it's not just about people.
Okay.
He's also big on continuous learning.
Oh, yeah. Always be learning.
Always be learning. Knowledge is power.
That's so true, especially in this day and age.
The world's changing so fast.
It's crazy how fast it's changing.
You got to keep up.
So read books, listen to podcasts.
Take online courses, go to workshops.
That's an investment.
An investment in yourself.
Then what?
Well, you got to take action too.
Oh, yeah. You can't just
consume information.
Sit there and read all day.
Right. You got to apply it.
So take action.
Take action. And don't be afraid.
Of what?
To make mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
They're inevitable.
But you learn from them.
You learn from them. They're valuable lessons.
They're like stepping stones.
They are. And don't forget
to
celebrate those small wins.
Oh, that's so important.
It's easy to get caught up
in
the big goals. But the small wins, they keep you motivated.
They're like little boosts.
Exactly. They keep you going.
Okay, so what about when things get tough?
Oh, because they will.
Oh, they always do.
He's a big believer.
In what?
In resilience.
Oh, okay.
In perseverance.
You got to be tough.
You got to be tough. Setbacks are going to happen.
It's how you respond.
It is. That's what defines you.
I like that.
So develop that self-belief.
That inner strength.
Surround yourself
with good people.
With those who believe in you.
Your cheer squad.
Cheer squad. And have that vision. Know what you want to achieve.
Have that plan.
Set those goals.
Break it down.
Break it down into steps.
And be patient.
Success takes time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And one last thing.
Okay.
He's a big advocate for giving back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Use your success to make a difference.
To make the world a better place.
Exactly. It's about more than just yourself.
So find that purpose.
Find your purpose. Align it with your passion.
Because when you do that,
magic happens.
You unlock that extra level.
That extra level of motivation.
So as we wrap this up, what are the key things?
Well, I think it all comes down to this. Embrace the journey.
Yeah.
Find your people. Keep learning. Take action. And don't give up.
Don't give up. Be resilient.
Be resilient. Because success is more
than just the end goal.
It's about growing. It's about learning.
It's about becoming a better version.
Of yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. It's amazing, you know?
What's that?
To think Charlie started with nothing.
Yeah.
And built this whole empire.
It's pretty incredible.
Not just the money, but the impact he has.
Oh, absolutely. It shows what's possible when you have that passion, that drive, and that willingness to just go for it.
To take that leap.
Exactly.
And what I love is he doesn't keep it all to himself.
No, not at all.
He shares his knowledge.
He wants to help others succeed.
Yeah.
It's really inspiring.
It shows a lot about him.
Definitely.
That he wants to empower other people.
Yeah, he understands that success isn't limited.
Right, there's enough to go around.
Exactly. And by sharing his story, he's inspiring so many others.
Like a ripple effect.
It is. Like planting seeds of inspiration.
Oh, I love that.
That will grow into something amazing.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Charlie's world, what's the one big thing?
That's a good question.
You want our listeners to take away?
You know, for me, it all comes back to that idea.
Of what?
That success is a journey.
Oh, yeah. Not a destination.
Not a destination.
Yeah.
You're constantly growing, learning, evolving.
It's about embracing it all.
Embrace it all, the good, the bad.
The ups, the downs.
The challenges, the triumphs.
They're all part of it.
They make you who you are.
And it's about Defining success.
Yes.
For yourself.
On your own terms.
Not by someone else's standard.
Exactly. What matters to you?
What makes you feel fulfilled?
Create a life that aligns with your values.
With your passions, your dreams.
And Charlie's story is a perfect example of that.
He really embodies that.
He does. He's built this amazing business. But it's more than that.
It's about the impact he's making.
About pursuing his passion.
Yeah.
Staying true to himself.
And defining success in his own way.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
So inspiring.
So as you go out there and chase your own dreams, remember that success is a journey.
I love it.
Enjoy the ride.
Embrace the ups and downs.
And never stop believing in yourself.
Because you've got this.
You do. You have the power to create the life you want.
A life that feels successful.
And fulfilling.
On your own terms.
Exactly.
Well, that's a wrap.
It is.
On our deep dive into Charlie's world.
Hope you enjoyed it.
I know I did. This was fascinating.
Me too.
So much to learn from his journey.
Tons of inspiration.
To everyone listening.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
Keep exploring.
Keep learning.
Keep diving deep.
Into those things that light you up.
Till next time.
See you then.